Hi. Today we'll look at some of the um, approaches how to rank a recommended feed of content in a way that optimizes for the full session and not just immediate value. We will learn um, what works in recommender systems, but also we'll see how it ties very nicely to some of the time-tested approaches in finance, in portfolio management. And the um, there's a lot of theory on the portfolio management side of it or finance side of it. Um, uh, I've had the fortune of working in both recommender systems and finance. I I think for people who are starting out in recommender systems, there might be value in understanding some of the theory of finance and portfolio management that in a number of situations, I think the ML world, the recommender system world, can learn from what the finance world has uses and has learned in the past. This is just one example. Okay, so let's get into this. So the context here is, suppose you have a set of items. I don't know, let's say you have a set of 500 items, and you're choosing to rank them and show a few items at the top. Usually, user attention is focused at the top, as we know. In fact, some of the more modern user interfaces for recommended content focuses on one content at a time. Case in point being TikTok's immersive feed, as opposed to, like, back in the day, the YouTube recommended page was a list of content, and even today is there are feeds of content, right, where you have a bunch of options. But some of the modern UIs are one item at a time, where the choice you have as a user is to consume that item, skip that item, or exit the session, the recommended system app altogether. Go to some other tab or close the app, something like that. So as far as the reward system of the app is concerned, there is this pointwise reward of what you did with that recommendation. And then there's the whole session reward. The whole page ranking part of literature optimizes towards optimizes towards the whole session reward. In the specific case of showing one item at a time, we will revisit how to do so when our ranking model, our multitask um, model, estimates both the immediate reward you will get, the reward, so to speak, from that recommendation, but it also produces an estimate of the risk. It also produces an estimate of whether you are likely to drop the session or even skip that recommendation. A very quick skip of recommendation is almost like a precursor to an exit, because you are, as a user, you're accumulating regret of that experience. And I'm guessing very quickly that it depends on the domain, but very quickly that regret will translate into an exit as well. So okay, so what you're talking about is how to construct a feed recommender systems, particularly when there's a lot of focus on one item at a time. This is most applicable to an immersive sort of interface, or like where a large part of your mobile phone is focused on one recommendation. And what we'll see at the end is how is that maximizing is choosing your feed to maximize the reward is one option, but it's not the optimal option. And the optimal option is to construct your feed or rank your items in a way that sorts by reward divided by risk. We'll understand what is risk. We'll also learn how this makes a lot of common sense if you understand that what is limited is a quantity like user attention, and you have to use that optimally. Okay, so let's get into it.